Hi, I'm Lisa Greenfield with Truth in Hand, and it is time for your Daily Tarot. This is the week of June 5th through the 11th, and we've got, between the cards and the stars, it's a bit of a celestial storm, and I'm going to walk you through that in just a minute. First, I did want to let you know, if you haven't already visited truthinhand.com, you can find more of my favorite tools using tarot, astrology, and the personalized map of you, the astrology in your hand, all there, truthinhand.com. Please be my guest. All right, back to the celestial weather and the cards. We've got quite a week and a full moon served up to really help you manage the storm in your mind. And boy, you're going to get it. We're starting with the card of the week, which is the Five of Arrows. Now, fives are always a creative number, so anytime you've got new opportunities unfolding or unfamiliar territory that's an invitation to create, the mind gets involved. And one of the first things it does is it goes to what, the negative is. It's a protection defense. This Five of Arrows, this frustration, is where you're hitting up against limits with other people's stories. I call it the Pac-Man, munch, 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 munch at peace of mind. It's not this big overwhelming worry, it's just this constant nibbling away at your peace of mind and quality of life. So this week, I invite you to put your observer eyes on and really notice where your defenses go too far, where they're actually robbing you of enjoying the present rather than simply noticing where you need to be alert. All right, so start with that this week, and that'll come in handy on Monday. We've got the Page of Arrows. I told you the storm was all in your mind, arrows. And the page is that inner state that precedes action. And this one is actually a very good bridge. This page can be communication. And with Venus moving into, with the moon moving into Scorpio, this is a place where you can really dig deep, get some of those heartfelt emotions up and start giving them a container, which is one of the reasons why the storm may be going on, because when you get to some of that deep stuff, the brain wants to go, no, 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 no. All right, but you've got some help because Venus is semi-square Neptune, which means that good conversations can help you navigate some of the self-doubt. Pick your trust buddies, the ones that support you. And remember, the mind will lie to you, okay? The truth makes you feel bigger, makes you feel better, makes you feel lighter. And you're going to want that on Tuesday because you've got the Three of Arrows. Hello, ouch, jealousy. Now, interestingly enough, Venus is moving into Taurus and Mercury is moving into Gemini, both of their strength, signs. So today it's all about patience with the process. Three of Arrows can be tears over a delay. It can be that frustration, that jealousy, that you're perceiving that something or someone else, is gaining ground that you're not. Let go. Give it time. Let all the information get to you. Give yourself an opportunity to have more unfold rather than rushing to a decision that causes you tears. All right? And then we move into Wednesday and we've got the Three of Stones. Now, what I love about that's 2 threes in a row. 2 threes is a choice. And what I love, and here, let's just go back to this card. Look at this card. She is rooted. That woman has got roots going down deep. Okay, so Three of Stones says dig deep. You've got resources. You've got more going for you than you realize. Your mind will go to the immediate options that make you feel less than. Whereas the truth is, you've got skill and ability that is being rewarded, seen, acknowledged. You've got tangible communication and connections flowing. Mercury is semi-sextile Venus, which actually supports this, and the moon is trine Chiron. So it's an opportunity to talk through some of those sore spots and find out that rushing to judgment, you didn't serve yourself well. So give everything a chance to unfold. See what there actually is, and meanwhile manage your mind. All right, with the moon opposite Mercury, it's just giving you more information to work with if you'll let it. So be patient. All right, and we're going to continue that theme on Thursday with the Knight of Stones. Now, the Knights are action cards, but this is the slowest moving of the 4 Knights. It's more of the single focus, and it's like, okay, commit to a goal And Mercury is in, a quincunx with Pluto. So sometimes that helps and sometimes that hurts. So it's like you give yourself a process. Notice where you rush to judgment. Notice what the story is. That's going to be important tomorrow for the full moon. Notice what the story is, because that's the opportunity to change the story. Where do those stories belong to somebody else's idea of what the truth is and not yours? Okay? The moon is going to square Neptune later on. So there are places where you've sacrificed what you want in order to stay connected and please, and that Knight of Stones says you're shifting and changing. You're moving in a different direction. And you'll understand why when we move in on Friday, because it's all about moving in a direction. The Seven of Arrows, ouch, with this full moon, insecurity. You're peeling away the stories that no longer serve you, the actions that no longer serve you. This full moon pulls out quite a stellium and a bit of a hurricane. You can absolutely go down for the count underneath the storm of negativity, of fears and doubts and old stories and beliefs that, you being you was somehow going to cost you too much. And it's like, not so much. Insecurity comes up when you think you're not good enough. Where can you validate yourself this full moon? Where can you then, from that place of feeling solid with yourself, acknowledge what does come in, rather than looking for evidence to support what you don't like? All right? Because our brain is always trolling for information that confirms that we're safe or alerts us to a risk. And potential places for loss, potential places for disappointment or hurt can be a fixation point. This full moon says you are always and forever the captain of your internal weather. You get to determine what it means, not what somebody else means. They don't get to have the final word on what the story is that you tell yourself. You do. All right? So what are you going to tell yourself? Are you worthy? Are you lovable? Are you worth the risk? Are you going to make mistakes? Absolutely. Are you going to screw up and get a few things wrong? Pretty much count on that. Are you still lovable just the way you are? Yeah. Can you do better? Yeah. And you will. All right? From that place of really taking care of yourself. That's self-actualization, if you will. And then we move into Saturday and we've got the Balance card. Hello. We need it, recovering from that full moon. And the moon moves into Capricorn, which is very much that stable. It's not quite as emotional or gushy, but it's opposite Mars. And one of the things that helps with is to shift us into a different way of holding those fears, a different way of being with those challenges that come up where you're not pleasing somebody else, or what you believe is running contrary to what they believe. Okay, is there room for that? There's balance, all right? You can do this. It's not easy, and you can do this. Manage the weather. Manage the weather in your mind. And then we move into Sunday, and we've got the Star card, but reversed. All right? Now, one of the things you need to know, this is one of the easier cards to read when it's reversed, because what it simply means is you're having a hard time trusting your dreams will come true. Now, the Star card is not one where it's like good luck that just drops in your lap. The Star card is the effort that you've invested, the dreams that you've worked for, the goals that you've really invested in. This one is saying that just because they're not all in your lap yet does not mean that you aren't on your path. That's a story. And the truth is something that you commit to, a different story, that it's like it's all serving you. This is all helping you get the life where you're fully plugged in and bringing all of you and enjoying the benefits of it. Now that's a full moon. Okay, so this is how you keep the calm center, in the center of the, shit show. You've got to harness the mind. That's the wind and the weather that's going, and it's going to blow this week. You're going to have plenty of opportunity to see, and you're going to feel the power of being able to look at it and go, not my story. Their story, not my story. My story is one that has a much happier ending. All right? Good. I look forward to hearing that, and thank you for tuning in. I'll see you next week. I'm Lisa Greenfield with Truth in Hand.